Living Rock Youth. Hope all is good with you guys, and I want to just share some things that I trust will be a blessing to you at this time. They're all in the book of Ecclesiastes. It's a little book in the middle of the Bible, just after the book of Proverbs. And like the book of Proverbs, the book of Ecclesiastes was written by King Solomon, who was the son of King David, and was one of the wisest men that ever lived. He asked God for wisdom, and the Proverbs and this book, Ecclesiastes, both are expressions of his God-given wisdom. And I just, in reading these things this morning, believe there's a couple of things that I'd love to share with you that will be an encouragement to you at this time. So the first of these is in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1, where it says, "There is an occasion for everything, and a time for every activity under heaven." And then it goes on to talk about a time to be born, a time to die, a time to weep, a time to rejoice, a time to search for things, a time to find things, a time to speak, a time to be silent, etc. There's an appropriate time, it says, for everything. And just thinking about that, I know in this funny time we're in where we can't actually be together, where we've got to stay at home, it's funny, it's easy to think, where's God in this? But do you know what? I believe God is in this time for you and for me. God is in this time. This is an appropriate time for us. I believe the Lord is looking at us, and he's just kind of, he's just enjoying the fact that we have to slow down a bit. And therefore we have more time to consider him, to be praying, to be reading the Bible. And I want to really encourage you to do that in this time. This can be for you and for me, this can be a God-given time, an appropriate time in which we really find him and go deeper in our relationship with him. And it goes on to say in chapter 3, verse 11, he's made everything beautiful in its own time. So this is my first thing. As we give ourselves to him in this time, as you have a little bit more time to read, to pray for your friends, to connect using social media, to be joined up, to encourage one another, to speak blessings over each other, to pray for each other, I'm praying for you that God will be beautiful to you in this time. This will be an amazing time, a time that you'll look back on it in years to come and you say, gosh, that spring of 2020, spring and summer, however long it lasts, what an amazing time that was, where we got closer, we connected more, we were more intimate in our relationship with God. So that's the first thing. I just pray this will be a brilliant, beautiful time for you. And then the second thing, at the end of chapter 11, at the beginning of chapter 12, Solomon says this. He says, "Remove sorrow from your heart and put away pain from your flesh, because youth and the prime of life are fleeting. So remember your Creator in the days of your youth." He's saying, you're going to look back on this time when you're a bit older. You'll look back on this time, and you'll look back on your teenage years and your youth years, and you say, wow, that went quickly. Goodness me, that flew by. That was so fleeting. I wish I was back there. You may well think that. I wish I could have those years again. Well, you won't be able to. So make the most of them now. And in particular, he says, chapter 12, verse 1, remember your Creator in the days of your youth. You know this, but I just want to remind you, you've got a heavenly Father who loves you, who created you, who totally is for you and cheering you on. Don't forget him. Don't miss the moment in your youth to really draw close to him. Remember your Creator in the days of your youth. In these amazing, funny, weird times like this, draw close to him. And just draw near to your Creator who loves you, who's for you, and enjoy his presence in this time. Deborah and I send our love and our greetings to you. We can't wait to be together again In the meantime, we're praying for you. This will be a very special time for all of you. So may God bless you, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Amen.